Susan Bell. I am the product manager of Town News' BLOX OTT product line. Today we're going to give you a demo of our BLOX OTT product. Our agenda today will include statistics and trends, opportunities with OTT, monetization strategies, BLOX OTT features, our available platforms, a look ahead and tour of our product and customer portal. I'd like to start today just by talking about what OTT is and what OTT is not. OTT is basically any video streamed or viewed on a TV device that bypasses cable and satellite subscription packages, not to be confused with other streaming services such as computers, smartphones, and tablets. Town News concentrates our development on streaming boxes and sticks and smart TVs. Opportunities with OTT. OTT is a great way to increase your video engagement, reach audiences outside your current markets and subscribers, discover of legacy brand on different platforms, maintain and defend market positions on new distribution platforms, and it's a great place to build new niche products outside of just your news and information product. It's a great place to introduce new content, and it's also a great place to introduce OTT-specific content that may not have a place on your legacy newspaper or your legacy broadcast companies. There are a lot of community partners that we all have that produce really great video, and they don't have the distribution platforms that local media have. OTT is a really great place to be able to strengthen those partnerships and offer things like channel licensing and stuff like that to be able to air this community content, or just include the community content just to increase the video content that is available for your users. Monetization strategies with OTT. I'll just go through these. We'll start with pre-roll. Pre-roll is an interval-controlled video ad before live streams and VOD segments. We use Google Ad Manager for our advertising, and that's how we plug in our pre-rolls. Those can be category controlled. We have interval control as well. Sponsor content includes logos on categories and tiles. You can see the screenshots to the right. Those tiles are customizable through our BLOX OTT customer portal, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But you can offer some sponsorships there, as well as offering pre-roll specific to sponsor categories. Title sponsorships have been done in a couple of ways, but just an example, you can give home screen visibility to your title sponsors, as well as category inclusion, offering your advertisers a place to showcase even long-form videos. Anything that's untraditional commercials, such as do-it-yourself videos for a hardware company, would be a great use case for that. We also have content licensing. This is a good example of this is a minor league soccer game that ESPN might have the rights to, but are not going to air all the games. They're happy to license the airing of those on OTT products. They're happy to offer those to a local media company to air. Sometimes there's restrictions like geofencing and things of that nature, but we have all the technology to help you support those license agreements that you can make. Native advertising. Discover Madison, the screenshot to your right, is a great example of different categories that can be all entertainment for your users or information for your users, but it's all paid content for you. For example, the food and drink category may be restaurant tours, restaurants in your area, where you actually go out and you shoot the video, or the restaurant provides the video for you. Again, this is a great way for your users to get to know their community, or also people traveling to your area to get to know what you have to offer there. You own the content at that point, so it is paid content for you, and it is entertainment for your users, and it's an advertising opportunity for your advertisers. Our BLOX OTT features include live linear video. It is unlimited. We can take as many live streams as you have to offer. We have several ways which we can interact with your live streams. We also have video on demand support on our platform. We work with all video management services to be able to get the video on demand content, as well as live stream providers. We do try to focus on the users when we develop our platform. We try to include things like play off functionality. The remotes are still pretty clunky for OTT products, and so we try to make sure that the users are not having to engage with that remote control after such things as short video clips. So if you're in a particular category, then the user has an opportunity to play everything in that particular category before having to choose other information. We also offer podcasting. Podcasting has performed really well on our platform over the past few years. We've all been trained to listen to our TV through things like Pandora Music and Apple Music. So podcasting is a great way to get other people involved in content. And it's not as hard to produce because you don't have to have a video element included in that. So a little bit about our behind the scenes is we do serve ads through DFP or Google Ad Manager. We also offer analytics through Google Analytics, and we offer geofencing on our platform. We could geofence your live stream. We do this by DMA. You can have multiple DMAs to lock down your content for particular areas, and you can also lock down your individual categories. We do provide a customer-facing portal, and of course we have full service support. We work with you on the strategy of your content. We work with you on the organization of what your OTT app is going to look like. We organize and help you get through the graphic and setting up your stores and submitting your apps. So we take you from the very first conversation to getting your app live. We will be working with you through all of those steps. So the available platforms we develop for right now are Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV, and Samsung TV. We also offer mobile for iOS and for Android. We do this simply because we want you to be able to cast to your TV. So on iOS, you can use AirPlay, and on Android mobile, you can actually Chromecast your video. It's also a great way to showcase your product when you may not be sitting in front of a TV. If you have a sales call and you're trying to show an advertiser the product, it's really handy to be able to show them a mirror of your OTT product on your mobile device. So I want to take a quick look around what the product itself looks like. We have an optional launch screen. This optional launch screen allows you to showcase a lot of content at one time. We have a feature row across the top. This pulls in the most recent video or live stream for various categories. So you can, and this is unlimited, you can have as the slides from right to left, so you can have as many categories featured across the top as you would like. Underneath that, we have video rows. This displays your entire video feed. So it's one category and all the videos in that category. And again, that shifts from right to left. You can have as many videos stacked vertically there as you want to, as many categories, and you can have as many videos within that category displayed on the home screen horizontally as well. After you watch a video, the cool thing about this screen is that all video is one click away. So anything that I click on, I immediately am going to be taken to a full screen video player. When I get through watching that video or exit that video, I get taken to a subcategory page where that video originated. So this is an example of a live stream. If I were watching a live stream and I exited the live stream, then I would end up on a Watch Now section, just happens to be labeled Watch Now on this particular client's app. And then I can see what other live streams they have to offer. So it's kind of forced recommendation for content in your app. You also have control. If you didn't want to use the launch screen, you could actually start your audience here. And you have control over what category is shown first. So if your app is very sports centric, then you can definitely start on the sports category, and we can default the platform there for you. Here's another example of a category page. You can see in the sports category, they have many subcategories over there. These subcategories are unlimited. You can have as many as you want, and they are represented by a tile. These tiles are completely customizable, and you can change them on the fly. You do that in our customer portal, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. So after you click on one of these tiles, one of the subcategories, that's where you get to your video feed. Again, this video feed is featured on the optional launch screen right away. But this is another way to get to it in the back end of the platform. So podcast, as we were referring to, work very much like the video on demand categories. You have a menu navigation to get to your podcast category, and then you have subcategories that are offered. The difference in podcasting is that we have a list of the different podcasts in that particular subcategory. As you click on the podcast, then you get your audio for that. You have a small description of your audio podcast for each of those on the right-hand side there underneath the poster image. And you also have a play all functionality within this as well. So a user could actually start on one podcast and play all podcasts within that subcategory. We also offer a settings page. The settings page is just a place where you can offer information about your company and some customer service details. So our BLOX OTT customer portal is a place where you have control over things in your app. This is simply software that we put on your site. We have a piece of OTT software that we put there. If you are not a BLOX CMS customer, that is okay. We just create a subdomain for you, and we install the OTT software on that subdomain. So you would log directly into the BLOX portal to be able to access control of your app. We use our syndication to call in your feeds. This allows us to normalize your feeds, and this also allows us to be able to organize the video feeds and content, turn those feeds into assets. You're able to check in our asset category exactly what is being aired on your OTT app without actually looking at a device, which is really helpful. Here are a few of our partners. I really encourage you to take a look at these and download just to get a feel of how the app operates and how it looks. Everybody's set up a little bit different. Your sales representative can give you a link to this deck so that you can have all these partners so that you're able to go download and take a peek at some of them. So like I said at the beginning of the presentation, this is a very brief overview. I'd love to have any further discussion so we can take a deeper dive and really talk about technicalities of how the app is set up and how that works. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.